There's only one thing left to do in this area.
Oh my god.
My stream is up. And I'm going to go unplug the fridge and the ice cream maker. And then maybe talk to Kuno about said fridge and ice cream maker and get him to calm down. Gotta put my flashlight back on. I haven't encountered any combat in this game yet.
Is that good or bad?
I don't know. Well, I mean, they talk about combat.
Into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice
The
cream
hand-eye
fridge,
coordination,
and the black one
the reaction
to the ice
speed,
cream
and
maker
the like
nearby.
combat strength of the well, punchy punch one. Wasn't there a punchy punch one? With strength? Does he? No. Okay. Unplug the giant red
sizzle.
cable.
The room is slightly something
Unplug the
close
black
to
cable.
you.
Why did you do that?
I don't know why I unplugged it. I do
The
things without
lieutenant
reason.
raises his.
Okay, now let's go on. Let's see if there's
This
something.
orange machine is
Turn the
turning
ice
the
cream crank.
crank. Feels odd. You
Try and
slip
crack
your.
open the lid.
No. This is going to. If you want to try.
Equip the pry bar.
Okay, now, so I want to open it, man, but I need a stronger pry bar.
The beer's eyes are dead and empty. Ice inside the fridge, slowly melting. The power has been cut.
Okay, well that didn't do anything. Let's plug them both back in.
Both cape somewhere, a machine.
Oh, there's stairs here. I didn't go up these last time. See, it's always good to go back and recheck location, huh? Oh, leads out right here. Okay. And then I can give these guys a metal shot put ball back.
We are still waiting for a replacement for the bull you sent sinking.
I found you guys a new boot. Well, hold on, actually. Let me get rid of my flashlight. Hold on.
What is this? Are you mocking us? This isn't for pétanque.
Now, no need to get angry again, René. I'm sure the officer tried his best. It's not like there's a bull kiosk here in Martinez.
I'm very sorry. It's the best I could go. And exactly, I really didn't
Trying
try.
is worth as much as is accomplished. Fine. You try to right a wrong. It's still a gram better than actual nothing.
He mumbles something to himself. It seems to be a variety of curses.
Renee, I found a
Yes,
booth.
the Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the night. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you. I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight.
You must have seen something on the night of the murder. Your booth looks right into the yard.
Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday.
Why are you on a leave?
It's a private matter. Nothing to do with your investigation.
You see, officer, René is the kind of man would rather die than admit he needs medical assistance or God forbid, sick it. A real man's man is just gonna...
I'm fine, goddammit. Mind your own business. It's nothing. Just got to cut back on coffee.
So who was working your shift that night?
No one. The boss has been unmanned since last Monday. There's no other guard. It's just me.
No one has been guard.
Yes. It's not actually an issue. I mean...
Look, officers. The container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before, René. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly decorative.
So, mostly decorative?
The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded...
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabiniers' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
Okay, such fancy only weekends. René is but one man. Need a program good older than René should rent out his services. This profit perhaps. There's nothing. You're collecting. René should rent out his services, invest the profit, and get a few more guys expand our team.
Yes. Can we conclude the topic of my guard booth now?
Got it, thanks.
Yes. Like I said.
Thank you. Goodbye. No more flashlight. Am I still wearing no shirt, or do I have that weird shirt on? I have that weird shirt on. I must say, I really do enjoy the music and artwork of this game. It is unique.
I can't really appreciate the artwork because my phone keeps setting it back to 144p and I don't know why.
You're back.
Might
Good.
be my internet.
What can I
hope
help
not.
you with?
No, it's my phone. It keeps doing that for some reason on live streams. Because YouTube's shitty.
You're on a boat.
Why, yes I am.
On a boat.
Does she have a name?
The boat? No. It is called Cordelati 19 because that's the type of sloop it is.
What kind of boat is it?
It's a pleasure craft. A 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business.
How do you like it?
My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's
What
hips,
kind
baby.
of boat is it?
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
Eels hit, baby.
Not a lot of people have boats.
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
We're on an archipelago?
Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
I still haven't seen anyone else in a boat around here.
I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle. It's for crossing long distances in the greater Ravachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol.
You need to make this lady admit she's only riding around on this boat because she's rich. Why what? Stop thinking. Take her down.
Why am I even thinking about this? I have police
Have
work
it
to
your
do.
way.
Okay.
Good.
Some questions about reality.
More lessons in basic reality? My
What
favorite
is
part of the day.
acute encephalopathy?
It's a neurological disorder caused by a lack of vitamin
yes.
B in the brain. Symptoms include a retrograde amnesia. It's quite serious. You should get yourself checked out.
What
Could you
causes
spell it?
encephalopathy? Encephalopathy? Encephalopathy. Encephalopathy.
Spell it.
There we go.
Encephalopathy.
Encephalopathy, whatever. What causes that word?
Well, it's either
Encephalopathy.
bariatric surgery
Fuck, now I'm saying it
or
wrong.
long-term alcohol use.
Encyclopedia.
Long-term alcohol use.
Boom, encyclopedia.
Definitely the
Yes,
drinking.
It's
She
accepted.
nods.
It's
See,
encyclopedia.
what this boils down to is this reality thing is stupid.
We solved
Blow
boys.
this joint. Grab a
solved
bottle,
world hunger.
yes, and lie about it too, to her.
Wipe the urge from your mind to get back to reality.
She stares at you, head tilted to the side,
Get back
with
to
a slightly
reality.
concerned look on her face.
What are you?
Is this
What
real
I am not
life?
is a basic
Is
term
this
of reality.
just
There
fantasy?
may be a
fantasy.
way to get her speaking about herself at some later juncture.
Oh, hi, dog.
What is this?
A bird? A sphenicid? A flightless bird of the polar regions?
I meant what is this place here?
Ah,
Why not
this
both?
is the pier of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A. Or 2.
What is Rue de Saint-Ghislain?
A pre-revolutionary tenement.
Not English, that's
All
what it is.
buildings are called tenements,
No,
you
it's
see.
French, right?
And new
this game is
buildings,
mostly French stuff.
bâtiments. After les bâtiments nouveaux. But 33A and 33B are not nouveaux. They're old.
Yeah,
This one used to be
Yeah.
8 to 10
but it
stories tall.
seems like
A real
mostly
high-rise
French.
by the standards of the last century.
or
Bonjour,
French.
Built to
Sure,
mirror
but
the
yeah.
skyscrapers across the bay in the Delta. That was before the war, of course.
Oh, really?
The only
Mostly
French
the
thing I
urban
know
middle
is
class, I
Baguette
believe.
and Bonjour.
This was once primo real estate, before the cannons lopped 4 or 5 stories off.
I can't tell what Kim's accent is. I don't know. Oh yeah, that's right. He did have an American accent.
Splat, splat.
Imagine being American, Lamau.
You could be wrong, but from here it appears as if she's running the brush across her throat in a soaring motion.
Now I have no idea what video game to
Wonderful.
play.
What is that?
The girl in the old lady rags.
It's a gay man.
Yes.
Well,
Looks like a
DVD's down.
sullen and rebellious member of
down.
a teen infraculture.
What is
Got off of
a
it like an hour ago.
infraculture?
Yes,
It's down.
you and I belong
More
to the
than me on it.
supraculture. We're common, the herd. The music on the radio, the food in the chain restaurant, those are all too popular for the girl in the old lady
You're
rags.
done.
She prefers a fantasy world, an infraculture with its own dress code and vernacular. It is an illusion, I'm afraid. There is
It
no
was more
refuge from
like
the
an hour and a half
supraculture.
ago. You started playing Psychonauts around
I
12.
can't. That's how simple it is.
My time.
One may dye their hair green and wear their grandma's coat all they want. Capital has the ability to subsume
Really
all
have been.
critiques into itself. Even those
We're
who
on
would
Psychonauts
critique
when I joined the
Capital
party,
end up
which is
reinforcing
over
it
half an
instead.
hour ago.
You got on Psychonauts when I got on Siege, and I played like 2 unranks, and have been chilling in the party for like half an hour.
All right. What next?
I'm gonna try it again.
What is
Yeah.
reach for something fundamental?
What is
Also,
all of
I assume
this?
you're going to work today,
The
Ash?
scent, the sound, the air.
What world is
Okay,
this?
now DVD's not
What
down.
world?
What is this?
The
You
only
having
one,
bad internet?
I suppose. The world of matter. And its pale antipode.
The camera of her mind glides over the surface of the water.
What do you see?
Great bodies of water. Forest-covered surfaces. Clusters of light where the cities lie. You've seen the montage. We all have. This world is enough. There is a term of endearment they coined for it in the DeLorean century, when humanity was high on this world, discovering more and more of it, these archipelagos included.
What is it?
Elysium.
Wait. Elysium, the world needs a term of endearment.
It does. There are those who would call it hell.
Oh, I just
What is
realized.
hell?
Saboteurs.
A
in
term of
the
hatred
shrine
that
for
originates,
those
like many
showers.
such things,
Fuck
with the
Saboteur.
Mesk petro-fascists.
Saboteur.
Get the whole picture
Fuck it.
again. I don't feel like I've got the whole picture yet.
Oh, you want a picture
Are you gonna
of
play
the
Killer
world?
B-Dog?
Mm-hmm.
There is no complete set yet, dear. They're having some trouble reaching orbit.
How come?
Great things are difficult to achieve. For now, we're viewing the world from the inside, sideways.
How about it's a ball?
That's looking
How
less
about
and less
no?
likely, detective.
The
You
fuck?
wouldn't know it from the
How about
tabloids,
this shit?
but the ORG
Ah,
nations
fuck.
have been launching weather balloons
I gotta
into the
restore my
lower
licenses
ionosphere
again.
since the 30s.
ORG, Occident
My
Revachol
PlayStation.
Grad.
There's a
'Cause I
steadily
can't even
increasing
open
trickle
up
of
my
images.
shit.
Between the big three, they're piecing together a dark grey corona.
It's because the primary
A dark
PlayStation's
gay
a different
Corona?
Yes.
PlayStation. So it's like,
Pale
we
covers
don't know
72%
for
of the
sure, or
surface.
whatever.
There are grey flares and
Oh.
prominences,
Alright,
even
I think I just have
arcs
to restore
above
them.
entire
If not,
isolas. The images are
someone's getting
blurry,
cucked.
but if there was a sphere in there, it certainly looks like it fractured a long time ago.
A cold fear seeps into you.
Wait, what the hell are you telling me?
You seem to be spooked. Please don't be.
The pale? What do you mean, Corona?
They say there is a
Corona.
rarefied envelope of
Corona.
matter surrounding the darkened disk of our planet. That is,
Coronavirus.
if we are still living on a planet.
Coronavirus.
Or, to speak more plainly, imagine vast swathes of land disrupted by nothingness. I am sorry, dear. It must sound quite terrifying through the acute encephalopathy. Even scientific positivism isn't entirely convinced about what we're dealing with
So,
here.
the world is fractured?
But this is one of the greatest questions of our time.
My ass is fractured.
Maybe when they get the complete set together, it will jolt us out of our rut, bring us together, however naive it may sound.
Fractured Corona doesn't feel like it's gonna bring anyone together.
You have misimagined it. I don't have the power to It's like the crowning of the world. It's insane. Very disco. You'd love it.
Well, if you say it's disco.
See? Everyone finds something worth holding on to in this world, however wasted its opportunities.
Suddenly, you're conscious of yourself standing there, on whatever this all is. Your arms hang down by your sides. The lieutenant observes you both, silently. He adjusts his glasses.
You said pale. What is pale?
The Pale is not, technically speaking, part of reality.
Yes. Also, I think we've had enough excitement for today. Remember, we have a cadaver to attend to.
Of course, Lieutenant. Let's try something else.
Okay then.
The lieutenant glances at you from the corner of his eye. You could sneak back later when the lieutenant is not here, unless you can convince him to step aside.
Alright, that's all for now.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Still not.
The little that I
By
know.
the way, I've
Any-
talked to Everett Clare.
You have? And how did you like Mr. Clare?
I can't do anything with him first. He is not the champion I have chosen. I wish to serve him. Important if I liked him. I was doing my job.
Of course, Detective.
The RCM does not pick sides in this. I hope
Of course. And I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a corrupt verm myself. However, if you felt like discussing something, how could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not
Bless you.
curious to hear another person's take?
Bless you.
It's only natural. We would only be gossiping.
Intellectually
PlayStation Network
speaking,
is
it would
currently
be quite
undergoing
interesting to hear what she has to say about these things. Tell her she'll like you for it.
Oh, that's what it said to
Mr.
me.
Everett is helping me find my gun.
Oh. That's so helpful
Well, part of it is
him.
towing and maintenance.
The lieutenant
No
looks
idea.
at you, and you can swear
going to
his
check
jaw
now.
muscle is trembling. He's able to contain the anger.
Because I was
in his
destroying
eyes.
my
Like
license.
PS Now.
Unconventional
That's it.
police officers sometimes
Well, I don't
lose
know
their
how
guns.
PS Now would
They then go around and tell
affect
people
my
about this
license.
to gauge their reactions.
Uh,
It's all part of.
Apparently it's yes, is the answer.
Incredible.
Well,
Simply incredible. And how is it
All of
going?
these are experiencing.
Has this detecting produced a gun?
No.
Well, maybe he's
I'll
not.
talk about something like that if you don't mind.
oh, when people start getting random
Until
entries
then.
in the
I'm
party,
gonna have to
we'll-
come
we'll
back to
not.
her and talk to her alone.
That is true.
Let's we have to wait till Wednesday. What is the race enigma? I have to finish thinking about race theory. Get the key to the Weasel's door from Manon. Okay.
Cool beans. I can
Style your
play
paperwork.
4 or 5 games. 4 games on. Out of Bong. Yeah. The 3 is
Ledger
Siege,
of-
It's
DVD,
the
and
ledger you found
Super
in the
Animal
trash.
Royale.
A cabbage of papers hanging from the board,
Oh,
with the
4.
permeables
Monopoly.
drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip, then made complete.
How do I put... Ask Kuno? Okay, wait. Who else has unauthorized access to the whirling trash? Find this person, you'll know who tampered and see it. It may take a while.
Bless you.
Find a way into the secret passage. Info on the lynching. Yeah. He made the call reporting the crime. Come suggest you call a station, Lazarus, in order to sort out your health issues. You can use this motor carriage to make this call, although you don't feel hopeful.
I hate this map.
Apparently there's a
brick
dimension
walls.
precinct 41, precinct 7.
I need the
Ask
brick
him about
walls.
this after the initial inspection of the dead body is done.
How much is
Wow.
that animal?
So someone's been a little boring.
What?
Yes, my
Caffeine.
standard lead.
160
yes.
milligrams.
Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll
I've
take
had
the
8
boring
the
one.
last couple days.
The
so-
regular, please. The brown.
Kim, am I
You?
boring?
I wouldn't worry about that.
See? You're so regular and vinyl brown. He doesn't even want to talk to you about it.
I like
Of course you
standards.
do. Maybe some regulations and a usual
Yep, my
pistol
friends
to
list
go
is
with
now
them.
fucked.
It's official. My lord's copper type is regular cop. I'll let everyone know. I'll send out a telefax.
Why not? Send out the telefax then. I'm not
Done
ashamed.
and done. No actual communiques will be
you
sent,
go to
of
work,
course. That would
Why you had to go in early now? Yes. Yeah, you
Money.
got to stay as late.
Okay, Let's go get this body.
I mean, if not, then it's more hours for the paycheck and more money for, yeah, but 4 hours in general. Our enablers annoying.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely...
He's about to blow.
I'm not gonna be able to. Let's talk to the kid.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
Squat your shack again. Now I'm off. What do I do to get this body down and not throw up? Ash. How do I get this body down and not throw up?
Good question, you can.
Welcome to Rivachol.
Did
This
it hit
man
him?
looks like trouble.
Well,
You might
Oh,
not want to get into
have
this right
not
now.
a good check
Plenty of
passing.
time later.
What are you addressing my partner? Why are you addressing my partner like that?
Don't you welcome to Revachol.
That-
My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere
Damn.
300 years ago.
Alright, I'll see you
Every
later.
school
I'm
of
gonna
thought and government
take a nap for
has
either
failed
30
in the
minutes
city,
or...
but I love it nonetheless.
I'll see you later,
It
Ash.
belongs to me as much as it belongs
Bye.
to you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bro, I'm pissed. No, these.
You tell him.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
What he means is fixation on the
I don't know how
Revacholian
none of these
nation
are hitting.
makes it harder for Revachol to actually
This is just
attain
pain, dude.
self-determination.
He's right. You're
There we go.
undermining our
Finally,
best
I
shot
hit
at
one.
real
Oh,
self-determination.
come on, man. I just said, welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
Oh,
I know
yes,
exactly what
dude.
you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave.
Suffering.
But
is
you see,
all that
I'm an
this
officer
is.
of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense.
I'm trying to do a
Needs
challenge, but I need to
Now's your
destroy
moment to
breakable
shine.
walls, generators, and pallets. This map has like no pallets, and literally has no breakable walls.
Fucking A, Kim. I've got your
Shelter
back.
woods.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
Yeah, but like
Whatever you
not
say.
an insane amount.
He smells of
Especially
heavy
considering he
motor
doesn't have
oils
breakable walls.
and his breath of high tar content cigarettes. Probably Astra Whites.
From the smug in the trash. Yours?
Oh, man.
Well, I
Oh,
need to kick them.
Man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything. God, man. Thanks for that,
Oh.
but no, it's not mine.
He doesn't live in Martinez.
What was that argument all about?
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the...
Not sheep, ostriches. Actually,
Yeah.
neither ostriches or sheep bury their heads in the sand. It's just a saying.
I get it. So you're just a racist. Makes
I'm not
sense.
just racist. Look, I've read books, huh? The science of racial theory has all been proved. even if
What's
some
with all these
people
freaking
don't
racial
want to
theory
accept it.
people? There's so many.
People who've studied
there's
these
two,
things
but
say
still.
that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
Yes, I can really tell you're a prime example of superior
Open your
design.
eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources.
Okay, and
This concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant. The damn kips are showing up good lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other intruder species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
uh-huh.
It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring.
Okay, sure, whatever.
Go right ahead. You may be a cop, but that won't help you avoid the...
Lieutenant Kisaragi's stern expression remains unchanged. Not a lot of moral fiber on this one yet, he thinks, wriggled out of it.
What are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
What kind of car are you
Apples.
supposed to pick up?
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Apples.
Yeah, apples. I take it you had... Oh, not much anymore.
Apples.
Look, as detective. I come from a long line of lorrymen. We got ancient rights and Oh, I'm here to pick up a load of...
Damn, you're not gonna get more out of him on this. He's put up the wall of racism.
You said something about the rights and
Oh,
privileges
yeah,
of the law.
they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter. Had a royal license and everything. We've tried to hold on to our privileges.
What's a carter?
Someone with a cart. What did you think it was? That's how deep into history our thing reaches.
Just
Before
not gonna
machines.
justify that with a response.
That.
And
I'm
that's
disappointed.
the privilege?
Sure fucking is. We have
I'm
a guild
disappointed.
and everything, huh?
Yeah, sure.
Very ancient.
I expected
Very
more.
prestigious.
I expected
So you're
better.
in a carter's guild.
Goddamn right.
You've
They've
let me
been
down.
trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of profit. But when they try to
You've let me down.
trusting street thugs with their goods is going to...
Okay, we're done now. If we could get that big guy to fight that big guy up there, I think we may have a chance. Oh, I don't know what else to do, Ash!
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island.
What did this king do?
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
Yes, it can be difficult to be on the receiving end of so much distrust and outright hatred.
Cause I failed a frickin' remembrance
Nothing
check
you can
that
say
had an
would make you
83%
feel any
chance.
better now.
You suck, lol. Trash!
Cop gives up the
Cop
detective
gives up
genre
the
for
detective
social.
genre for social.
I just lost? Whoa! I just lost. I didn't have any stuff to I didn't have anything to recover my morale. Because I lost an 83% freaking remembrance check. Well, at least I could reload, huh? That's crazy. I didn't know the game could just end like that. I'm gonna go do the same check now because it auto-saved right before I went to go do that.
An old monument stands in the middle of, even by the
Yay!
standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy. Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the anti-centennial revolution. Stories, he called it the Sol Auron.
I'd like to
But
sleep on
wait,
gold.
you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
I don't want to know.
Philip III's ludicrous...
Okay. Boom, shakalaka. Thought complete. The white morning. Plus 20% zoom out distance. All motorics learning capped raised by 1. Nice! Now we're thinking about advanced race theory. And how dumb it is. Exactly, B-Dog. I feel like this old lady is important.
The woman. No response. Wherever this woman...
Okay. I need to level up so I can start researching the other one I have, too.
A lorry stuck in the...
Look in the window.
windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, and fumes of heavy fuel oil waft over you, making your eyes sting. The odor mixes with cigarette residue.
What kind of stickers?
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. A large metal pendant hangs from the rear view. It is the seal of Royalist-era Revachol.
What
The
about the
back
back seat?
end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and...
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
You think this lorry belongs to our tough guy?
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
There he is, in front of Rita, smoking nervously.
Okay, now let's get another... And then we'll start doing regular law official. And now we can go talk to him now that we know it's actually, let's talk to this guy again real quick.
Right to work! Right to...
What is a strike?
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people. Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right!
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
What does that mean?
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
You wearing new
He
clothes?
ignores your question, choosing instead silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what. You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Where exactly are
What's
you
it
from?
to you?
I'm from Zimbabwe.
Curiosity. Going to figure out this strike.
Big mess, caused by union greed. But I only fight for the rights of people.
Every once in a while, it's like you can see glimpses of another guy under the guise of this
I already
fighter
got
for
that.
jobs.
I'm interested in
He's
your background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
Sweet. Nanobar's been thrown out from several. Maybe that's why you see.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Not right now, but I might have been there. I don't really remember
Uh-huh.
as well.
It was a long time ago.
Where
What's it
exactly
to you?
from? Routine part
Am
of the
I a
investigation.
Every once in a while, it's like you can see glimpses of another guy under the guise.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together.
Early drinking.
Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd.
Which one
Worked
was
at Territorial.
Never heard of it.
We're done
You're
here.
lying?
I have a strike to break.
Oh, I bet he's being paid to make things worse.
It's pretty saucy baka.
Looking for something?
Okay, we're done. I thought I would get some more talking things with him, but I guess not.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man.
Saucy baka.
Care
What's
to
up?
take change for a working? Tell me about the
It's like-
strike.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
What's the
Some
union
pretty wild
demanding?
stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like a strike negotiator type.
What do you think the
They
company
want to
wants?
keep that money flowing in, my man. Could
He doesn't blame them, but he
Maybe you should.
One would assume.
The RCM is a self-managing organization that operates on donations. We promote our own leaders. It would be like striking against your own mother.
No, your mother.
I don't think you understand how that joke goes, but do
I
continue.
can't believe you.
I do
Anything
understand
else?
how the joke goes.
Us lorry drive. Not my thing.
You're so mean. I can't.
What's
believe you
better
say
than
that.
chasing transient pleasures? The more transient, he tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm.
Care to
and
share
deep
some
within.
change for a working
Huh?
day?
Oh. No, the bosses, man.
Makes sense. First work. Then.
Makes
Okay.
sense. It sucks is what it does.
Got any smokes on you?
Don't smoke. Some of the other drivers do, though.
Hey, isn't he like smoking right now? The smell is in the air.
You're smoking
Okay.
right now.
But this is my last one. And it's a bad habit. You should quit before both of us have lung cancer.
Alrighty. What do I do now?
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
Stylish shades, huh? These are all boring. Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show.
What's
If
in the
anything,
box?
these lenses probably direct more UV light
My
into
com.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design,
Right there.
super material, very cool, UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and
I
while doing
believe
abort. These are hideous.
based
What's
on the
more,
leaks
they don't even fit
from
your
way
face.
before
You can feel
he
them
was even
pinching your
released,
nose
based on
and
the
chafing
leaks,
against
it's
your
supposed to come out
brow.
Damn, officer, you look like a
7th
mega
or 8th.
secret spy.
They're perfect for concealing your bloodshot. It's going to be very difficult for anyone to tell.
Not really. About
you are
half of
definitely
us. He was
not
on the
buying
P2B at like 16th, 17th.
Alright,
Are you
something
sure?
for those.
Something like
But
that.
they look so good on you. You should think this through, officer.
I think they've been doing 3-week PTBs. I think Nemesis is. Yeah, I
There
think
are
Nemesis is 3
Don't
weeks.
be
How about some premium save the economy? That sounds off.
Rest
You
of the
find
box.
the box smells like cat piss.
economical, but also trendy. Look first-hand, buy second-hand. Keep the economy.
What are you
Haven't
talking
you
about?
heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco.
That makes sense. Thanks for the advice.
Very cool. The economy thanks you, officer.
Find something worth salvaging from the pile of brass.
Something cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $450 for you, sir.
I want to buy the
Gotta
windbreaker.
prepare for springtime, right?
Wait for now. Okay, I have a new windbreaker. -1 shivers, and it gives me +1.
Oh yeah, they're also buffing, apparently, I think, or something like that.
Nah,
They're buffing
like
the iridescent
better.
umbrella badge add-on
I'll
for
keep
Nemesis.
it
It's
for later.
supposed to be like 30 seconds now. Well, at least that's what it is on the PTB.
Stylish shades, huh?
The iridescent
They
umbrella
were even
badge,
more stylish.
if you become exposed when you use a vaccine on Nemesis, it's supposed to be 30 seconds now, not 12. At least according to the PTB. I mean, not that third is
see
going to
too
do much
lowly
in the
if-
first place, but
I
it,
can
you know,
see
it's
you
better
with
than
taste
12.
Speaking of luxury, you should go over and ask about paying for those sneakers with your net worth. A pair of Faun Ultras. The design is impossibly dedicated, Victorian.
Those sneakers.
Only that's madness. These once respectable speakers have been conquered. A small...
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here.
Bye.
Ciao.
But I already looked
Then
at
look
the
at them
sneakers.
again. These are the premium lifestyle sneakers, officer. The best on the market.
Can't I just buy the sad conquered Samaran speakers?
No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk.
But I need
Well,
some speakers.
But see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? I can't leave premium lifestyle sneakers on the ground. If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for little extra.
Damn. So you have to buy the sneakers first.
Unfortunate. What's going on right here? I think we gotta go talk to those guys in the lunchroom now. I don't think there's much else for me to do. You know, B-Doggius?
What?
Exactly. B-Dog, do something wacky. Perfect.
You're welcome.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table.
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky?
I just bought a figurine for no reason. So, there we go, boom. Maybe I could give it to someone later on.
Typical Martinez streetlight.
How much for the street?
700 real. Hey, I don't know where it came from.
If I can get 700 real and buy this streetlight, I will be happy.
The boomboxes wait on the shelves.
I
And
can
your
afford the
boombox,
boombox.
that gold and amber.
If police work means playing tapes, sure. Long. Off the...
People from Everclear's
Maybe.
come looking for the gun?
Wait, then it might be.
Maybe Claire really is tracking down your guy.
People as oleaginous as Everard see
Any idea where
My
I'm trying to buy it?
apologies, officer, but I have no idea.
a needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it right now.
Want to buy a
She
policeman
didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun. Truth be told,
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia. In that case, she'll be happy to get a visit from.
sure, man.
Can show me in your
Have you
pocket.
tried it before?
The lieutenant steps away, pretending to admire some of the knickknacks on display. He won't be your nog, but he won't be thrilled about this either.
Here you go, man.
Yes, darling. That's the coalition government ordained Parolidon. Straight into your gut.
Refuse to
I
take it.
respect your decision, officer, What else can I help you with?
Okay.
Advanced race theory.
Okay. I finished researching it. It didn't give me anything? Oh, gives me a learning cap for rhetoric and +1 conceptualization. Okay. Okay, again, I think it's the lady what calls us pig with the freaking pain, but it doesn't let me get a speech option from her. And this is gonna lead somewhere important tomorrow, so... What does it say? Butter sign down. Okay. Okay. I think we have to go talk to those people. Because my stomach isn't strong enough to... take down the body yet. Let's call the station.
The afternoon sun shimmers off the white on blue police livery of the motor carriage. Do something important? Something murder-related? This is a Caprice Canema, with its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine driving the rear. Even at a standstill, the unibody Caprice Canema looks sleek and dynamic. The cabin is tilted frontward to give it a more aggressive, punched look. Someone has waxed it recently.
This machine really puts the loco back in the locomotion.
Mm-hmm. You want to take a closer look?
Funny.
What is it backing here?
130.
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there.
A 7-liter V12?
7.2. Supercharged.
A fine machine.
Yes. An extraordinary machine.
It's nice and all, but why so modest? Put some zing in. Helium headlights would improve the range and quality of the visual field a lot.
Ever thought about switching to helium
Actually,
headlights?
I have a pair at home. Just haven't gotten around to fitting them yet. I need to lay some wiring for the ballast first.
If we ever get this case solved, maybe we can do it together.
Yes, definitely, maybe.
And means no.
Aww. Okay, let's move. Oh, I just want to stay friends
Inside,
with
you
Kim.
see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
Pick up the radio.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Connect me to Station 41, Lazarus.
It will take just a moment.
Her voices fade out.
Gottlieb, what do you want?
He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy.
I'm in a bad way, Doc.
It's you.
You know who I
Yes,
am?
there's no end to the misfortunes fate has seen fit to rain upon me.
No, I don't know who you are. Who are you?
I don't know who I am, B-Dog. Sure, but can you tell me about myself, as in who I am?
You are? You lost your human visage a while back. Now let's get on with it. I've got more important things to do.
It wasn't fluorescence.
5'1"
It
and
was...
you're pansexual.
What?
And you're
I
like,
lost my memory. All of it.
With all the damage you've been dealing yourself with drugs and
your
alcohol,
favorite
I'm not
food
surprised.
is
What else?
pomegranates.
I'm not a brain doctor. Look on the bright side. You've got a whole...
It's hard to say if he doesn't believe you or doesn't care.
Your name is Tyler Herban.
Isn't there anything you can do for me?
You want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across the board? You want another rundown of everything collapsing inside your body?
That doesn't sound like something
You want the
can handle
real,
right now.
honest-to-God truth? Stop drinking, eat magnesium and vitamin D. Our station is not our retirement. And no, I don't want to hear a political commentary on the topic.
It's not fucking cryo-acrylate. It's super glue, Doc.
Cyanoacrylate is superglue.
I guess that's it for now.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
Okay, I'm done for the radio for now.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers.
Close the door. Explore the whirling secret passage. Veg. Physical condition. Okay, let's go talk to these people. Although I think the girl is what is most important. I think she knows more than any of them do.
It's pretty sus.
Your mom is sus.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
They're spitting it, reeking up tobacco. A bowl just with freaking tobacco spitting? That's pretty gross. Alright, let's talk to this guy.
This is where you say your bid.
Broad-shouldered man points you with the can at beer.
He and
Points
his
at you
men
with the
carry
beer.
themselves like giants. You'll need to prove your mettle to be taken seriously.
Okay.
Detective.
Lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp dart. He's leaving it to you. We need to talk about the man hanged out back.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that one.
You're sure taking your time, waiting for him to get ripe and pretty for you, huh?
Oh, he was a real pretty boy by now. Real hot stuff. Letting out that pretty boy smell.
Time to go to work in the shit factory!
Easy, boys. These janitors have a hell of a job cut out for them. I mean,
I can't tell if he has a
I
southern
wouldn't go in
accent or
there
not.
for $1 million.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Do a head count first. Connect,
scan the
starting from the right. Boot size 44. Blonde man. In his 30s. Overbearingly masculine. Wants the world to know he's a macho man. Tobacco chewing and knuckle cracking. Who else do we have here? Sitting on his right. Standard working boots. Size 45 or 46. Eldest in the room. Probably mid-50s. smoker. Quiet. Across, at the other table, hobnailed working boots, size 43. Gang tattoos. Mesk or Sarah Mauritian, in his late 30s, early 40s. He spent his youth in Villa Labos, a housing project in the Jamrock Quarter. There were incarcerations, hard to say what else. The ink is fading. And then, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 46. The big dick, wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips. Rugby cap, fingerless gloves, and numerous scars. A little under 40. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little patch below it reads T. Hardy, Captain. In the far corner, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 44. 40-something, non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a plectrum?
And the little guy?
Size 41, with the light step. Not a child, after all. An older man with a rat face, mean, watery eyes, and 2 front teeth missing. In the middle, heaving and wheezing. Big guy, boot size 46, deep marks. Probably carried the victim over. He alone is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor, and you could easily exceed 220. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy.
One of them is missing. The
Exactly. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them with questions. Where's the 8th Hardy?
The fuck is with you, fella?
Found 8 set of footprints, but there's only 7 of you. Where's the 8th Hardy boy?
What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy boy. There's 7 of us and we're all here. Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy boy? We ain't.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
She? So there's an 8th Hardy, and it's a Hardy girl? Who might it be? Elizabeth? The gardener?
No.
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
It has to be good, if he won't let you pursue it. Looks like the lieutenant thinks so, too.
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. You're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you.
Good.
Okay.
We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
The man hanging in the backyard. Did you do it?
The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Why are your boot prints all over the scene?
You mean these boots? We all got a pair. We wore them the night we took the pretty boy out back and hung him by the neck. Yeah, we did this. Together. All of us. Until he was dead. That's why our prints are all over the scene.
There's a catch hidden somewhere. He didn't confess so that you could take them all away. It's too simple.
But there's a catch.
There is no catch. These 7 honest men have all equally come forth to tell you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time.
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic.
Why did you kill him?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in
So he's a
my
mercenary?
town.
That's it?
And he stepped out of line.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Kohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Oh, give me a second. I gotta look up something real quick. How do you even know he was
Because
Special
one
Forces?
night, he walked straight up to the mic and said, I'm Oranese goddamn Special Forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all.
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some Oranese paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
Okay, then.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did. Right there. Like some kind of animal.
Sire, the tale is true.
Sire.
This is a serious violation of the karaoke code.
Serious violation of the karaoke code. What did he actually do wrong?
He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
From rape to harassment to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation?
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. And that was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Was that the same girl that was sexually assaulted?
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it.
Yeah, me and Eugene got around. Aren't you fucking listening?
There's something odd here. Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation. Make them talk about it.
Aren't you fucking listening?
Yeah, me.
There's something. Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This
It's a very
is a
serious allegation.
No. You're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
Who called the
Are you
shots
deaf?
that night?
There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy Boy without arresting all Hardy Boys.
Okay. Hold on. Okay.
Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
No, but seriously, calls the shots around here.
Who do you fucking think does?
I thought she
It wasn't a question, dickwad.
This asshole is worse than... Titus runs the Hardy Boys.
I think you got...
Yes, there are some administrative differences. But on that night, they all acted as one man.
When did the hanging
You
incident
don't
occur?
have to keep answering his...
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
How long can you know
Known
the victim?
him? We don't...
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town.
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier? The representative for White Pines? The same company you are striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what? Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interest.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is...
How did you kill him?
We hanged him up by his neck.
Didn't they teach you...
This is where an autopsy would come in handy. You have to work with what you know.
We need more. Did you muffle him? You haven't heard anything, any reports, screams.
We overpowered him. Dragged his unconscious body to the tree. Put a...
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fucks.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first. Then see if it all adds up.
Things aren't quite right here, are they?
Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others. But
who's cracking
this
under the
one,
pressure?
he's sweating profusely and has difficulty breathing. They've smartly kept him out of the conversation thus far. Definitely the weakest link in the chain.
Where did this overpowering happen?
Weren't you fucking listening?
This one has a distinct style. He puts so much whiny emotion into everything he says, it's hard to see if he's lying. But he could be.
Wasn't he a trained killer from Warren's Special Forces? If yes, then how did you manage to overpower him?
With numbers, asshole. How do you think? You're right, Lizzie. I've done enough explaining here.
No, he hasn't. Not yet.
Hey, you. Having trouble breathing over there?
No. Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look at how fucking fat he is.
Fuck off, Shanky. Angus is a powerful guy. All muscle.
Keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later, he's going to break like a piece of twig.
There's something you're not telling
And fuck
me.
you, too, Copper. Picking on Angus like...
This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out of
Hey,
them.
I have other questions about the
Like
lynching.
what, Copper?
You murdered him? Just like that? No
How many
remorse?
people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Chaise électrique is the method of capital punishment in Revachol under the Coalition. During the suzerain's reign, it used to be the firing squad.
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
What we do is different. We enforce the law. You just kill people like it's nothing.
But you see, a lawman, is something people agree upon. And here in Martinez, we agreed that this man had to die.
Chaise...
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
Yes, but these are all bad people. Criminal, no. And Reunion. What's that?
The River Esperance Correctional Facility, a military prison run by the Coalition, dubbed
Oh, yo,
Reunion.
look, I'm just doing my job,
So you are
that's
just
all.
a simple, well-meaning man, eh? Ever been in solitary?
So is hanging a man, slowly, without breaking his neck.
Why don't I just
Yeah,
miss you?
lawman. Why don't you?
It's almost an anthropological sight, watching him try to assert dominance over you.
Not in the arresting mood?
By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. You hear the nylon of his coat hiss as he steps closer, while the little rat-faced man reaches into his sleeve. There's a knife in there. Some of the others reach for their belts. Their eyes are light.
Confess to murder. I'm
Look,
taking you
coppers, I know you think you're doing your job here, but there are 7 of us, and 2 of you.
That's an Easter 50, a Ziemsk-made monstrosity. It'll blow your head clean off. Almighty God, even Dick Mullen only has a 45.
An Easter 50. You could blow Dick Mullen away.
Am I
with
gonna
that.
have to?
That won't be necessary. Let's just all cool off.
Regular law official. You've done it, Harry. Whatever else you are, you're also boring now. It was not easy. You spent most of your life trying to funk up every nook and cranny of your personality. When someone says something political, the first 3 thoughts in your head are a ludicrous hodgepodge of communism, fascism, and stock tips. When they ask you why you did something, it's superstardom, apocalypse, or the mea culpas of the flagellant cop monk. It's not easy reaching for the 4th option, the normal one. But you have, and now you're not just crazy, you're also boring.
Okay, interesting. I might forget that one. I don't like that it gets rid of 2. I mean, I do get all learning caps raised to 3. So, hold on. Yeah, so suggestion, all that stuff are at 3 now. Well, that is pretty good, especially since it's not super high. You know. Alright, let's go past the body. Well, actually... Slow go. Municipality of Revachol.
The trash container.
Open the lid
The smell
again.
of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Yeah, okay.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
Oh, how? Like... whatever it's called. Let's
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
And I was wondering.
Stay away from me, pig! You don't want to see what...
Fuck, does Kuno care?
Come on, let's talk about your shack
The
again.
fuck do you want with it?
What's with the tube of magnesolum?
It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything?
You could use some.
It's magnesium,
Yeah,
right?
it's the mag. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno! He's gonna use it against you, Kuno!
Come on, it's just magnesium. Oh no, I don't. I know all about magnesium. I rock it all the time.
You're not getting this, Pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything.
Fuck you, Pig. Don't do mag. You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die.
Pig. What's with the pig head?
Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape.
Cool pig head. I liked it. I got one too. This one.
What is this shit? Fucking on yourself.
Fuck your shit back to normal.
Well played. No one saw that coming.
Trying to get him on his toes. I found a plate covered with powder residue. Know anything about it?
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired?
No. I've heard
Good
enough
call,
of this.
Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
Want to discuss the body with you
fuck
again?
about it?
No. Just later.
You're get lost.
Censored it. Oh, because it was that word. Okay, I thought it was just the F word.
Yeah, like a fucking volcano. Yeah.
You're lucky you didn't die there.
You got some advice for me? I mean, you're obviously... Wow, you can't say that word.
Yeah. Kuno's got some advice for you. What are you? Like...
Perhaps you could compress this negative energy and turn it into some sort of a Kuno-fied non-vomiter.
Kuno-fied non-vomiter, here I go.
That's right. Turn your weaknesses into conceptual strengths. Try it again now.
Kuno doesn't...
Hear that? Magnesium. That's what you're lacking. The magnesium levels in your blood are dangerously low. It's about the low magnesium levels and not the high alcohol levels.
Magnesium level, so there's a lack
Yes,
of magnesium in me?
and it's critical. Look at yourself. You're practically devolving into a fish due to the lack of magnesium in your blood.
I need to mag it sideways.
What are you talking about? You need to mag it up. You've probably had 2 heart attacks.
I need to stop thinking about this. Because I don't need to do bad things.
There he still is, looking right through you.
Kuno-fied
with his white
non-vomiter.
eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
It's 42%. We're almost there. We're almost there. Do I do it? Do I chance it? Do I chance it? B-Dog, are you there? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna chance it.
You crack
Yes!
the ammonia ampoule and breathe in. The odor of death is still stronger. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
Do they always do that?
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots.
So how do we get him down?
We should have a look at that belt before we even consider taking him down. It looks worrisome.
Inspect the belt.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships. Oh my, there's something on the belt. A familiar word that speaks to the thirst within you.
What is that word?
Vermilion, in yellow letters, along the length of the twisting cargo belt. Only a deep longing for vermilion golden spirits.
This is a bad time for a drink, right?
Extremely.
Don't ask me how I know, but this is a lashing belt used for airlifting cargo.
Airlifting? I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them.
Apparently this is the reinforced kind for air transport. My brain tells me so.
The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
They sure wanted him to stay up there. The rope is reinforced with steel wiring.
I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed.
How did they even get him up there?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
He points to the buckle tying the belt to the branch above. Did they climb up using the kid's ladder?
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you?
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory.
What did the ladder? You pulled the belt to close the buckle, make the pulling motion. By they, do you mean the Hardy Boys?
Right now, everything seems to fit their confession.
Back off and look at the
The cadaver
corpse.
hangs from the cargo belt.
Inspect the boots.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
This is armor. He was stripped off of them.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
What kind of armor is it exactly?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Where's the rest of it? Scavenged by the locals?
Piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd if they didn't. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
Understood.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form, ageless and synthetic.
Okay. Knock on the boot.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
I don't think it's possible for me. Hold on, I'm playing 8-ball pool with a buddy of mine right now. Oh, I'm an idiot! Oh, that was
It's
funny.
anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from...
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether. Like whirls of floorboards, the design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps.
What does this
If
remind me
trees
of?
were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. A smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice The whorls are in the shape of a letter and number combination. E50, 100, 1000.
Looks like there's a serial number on the right.
Good.
Sabotage.
Can you read it to me?
X5415 6745 678222. Let's lie.
No.
We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
How could this man afford such expensive hardware?
That's for us to find out. Mr. Gart implied he was security personnel for the harbor company. This confirms my own assumptions.
He's pretty advanced for a security guard.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
The stench fills your nostrils.
Stop!
Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal! What's wrong with you, ass?
I don't know, baby. I don't know why he's such a...
Officer, if I may ask, what were you trying to achieve by putting on the deceased foot?
I don't know. I just wanted
The
the
cadaver
boots.
slowly twists on the cargo belt.
You loot
His
dead
torso
bodies in
covered
video
in
games, right?
tattoos, and extremities blotched pink, and
Inspect the
an
tattoos.
intricate web of blue lines stretches
Yo,
across
what's
the torso,
up? B-Dog
from the
disappeared. He
right
hasn't said
shoulder
anything in a
to the
while.
solar plexus. Each time
Yo,
they
that's
intersect,
homosexual.
a small white
That's not
star
nice,
is
you can't
formed
say that.
in their crossing.
I just did
Hundreds
it.
of fading asterisks
I'm streaming.
riddle his skin. Their concentration
Okay then.
It is now Twitch friendly.
Is this
Or
a
YouTube
map of the night sky? Is this a micro-electron? Is this a national pattern?
Of no nation
Yes.
that I know of. If anything, it reminds me of religious illumination, last or penultimate century. Men who live harsh lives often turn to innocentic worship. But which one? I see no trace of a humanoid figure. I agree.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist, and he takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears.
I'll let the lieutenant work.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
He told them. That's funny.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it.
Cool machine.
Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only one ampoule left. Use it wisely.
What do we need this photo for?
It contains insight to the victim's
don't.
person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter, to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it? I should look at it later without the corpse spell.
Sure. Just don't lose it.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper.
Look him in the
His
eye.
eyes are milky white and blind to
Right
the
in
world,
the eye.
protruding comically from their sockets. These eyes used to be blue, baby blue. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The
His
death's
eyes.
head grin has
They
passed.
used to be blue.
Good.
But now they're
The
not.
victim is of Occidental descent. Light brown hair, blue eyes.
When he says Occidental, he means white. Originally from the Occidental subcontinent on Muindi.
Tell me who you are, dead man.
I'm gone.
I can see you're gone, but who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
There's nothing funny
There
about
is
you.
nothing funny about jokes either.
Who were you when you were alive?
A killer. A motherfucker.
Who were
and
you?
A killer.
I have another question.
Go ahead, Corpo.
What is happening?
What do you mean?
I'm talking to you.
It's the power of your imagination. Go ahead. Ask me more questions.
Where have you gone?
Into the what? In the past.
What was that pale yonder? Do you know what the pale is?
What is the pale?
The pale, Corpo. It spooks me out.
Why does it spook
The corpse is silent. The nose in the middle of his face is swollen. So,
enough.
Come back later, Corpo.
Why are there two Tylers? There's two of you! Oh no, we lost a Tyler! Yeah. How do we get him down?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
Whoa! Why do you sound like that?
the cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos.
Squint and take a step back.
This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration? Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the...
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have...
The monster comes back into focus.
So, what do you think?
He's been beaten up. See the bruises?
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents...
Stop talking in riddles, cunt.
It means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal-like.
I think he was upright after death, his hands, feet, and neck and discolored.
Agreed. Especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports her hanging.
Yep, seems like a lynching to me. Could it still be he was moved after death?
There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
I think he's dead.
I agree. Totally dead.
Totally.
Absolutely.
Something's
A
coming
pool of
out.
blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
No, I'm not gonna say that. We got lucky?
Did we? I don't feel lucky.
Let's back up and catch
But
my breath.
there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils.
The
He
preliminary
slowly
examination
rotates.
is done. Let's get him down from there.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do,
Not
there's the
really.
question of cutting the airship strength material.
Yeah, and I also just don't really feel like playing Splitgate. I am bad at 8-ball pool.
An An acrobatic maneuver would solve the
I don't know, I
situation.
just don't take my
Nothing
time. I
can
like
go
hitting
wrong with
balls
a
as hard
good
as I can and
maneuver.
seeing what happens. Let's solve this. You could bring your motor carriage over, cut the belt from the roof. We could saw the branch. Maybe we can ask for help from the harbor. We can bring your motor carriage and cut off the roof.
I have thought of that, yes. But the tire tracks would compromise the scene. Any prints would become illegible. That's if we get it through the hole in the fence. Also, my MC has a sloped roof. It's a sports model. The roof is slippery. An all-around bad platform to stand on.
How about I take you piggyback?
How about I take you piggyback?
The fucking... Oh, they're bank or something. Oh, it's fucking boring, Kuno. Wish they'd fuck already.
You meant it rhetorically, right?
Yes, it's not a good idea.
Kim's great.
It's a fucking hilarious idea. You two puskapas get on top of each other and fuck.
Oh, fudge. Fudge. Okay, good. Oh, it just barely
In
wasn't enough
silence,
power.
The lieutenant gives you a meaningful glance, as if to say, case in point.
We could saw the branch.
Climb up there and saw the branch?
It seems unclimbable, cause the ladder is treacherously rotten. But you could
do
use
it.
your hands
It's
and feet
well
to reach around the
within
tree.
my repertoire.
Honestly, I prefer a non-acrobatic solution to this.
Why?
Clown cops climb tree, fall down. Enraged cop assaults children after falling from tree. Cretin cop, they like that word, saws the branch he's sitting on, literally. Local children report corpse mutilation.
Fuck yeah, climb that.
See, you're only making them do those things less.
Can you see into the future, Kim?
No, I do not see the future. I made those up using 2 decades in the Revacholian police force as a reference point.
You're right. The risks are too high and there are too many.
Yes.
Oh, these have got to be the most fucking boring mulka parts I've ever seen.
Maybe we could just shoot them down.
Bang, bang.
How? Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
I don't know. You know, just shoot up there maybe. Or no. There's a buckle that holds the belt together.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there might be...
Yeah, now we're talking.
They'll miss. The pigs will miss, Kuno.
I'll say nothing.
Silence, with his elbow sharp, and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks. Securing it in place. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzleloader, ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
Say nothing.
He's gonna fucking miss.
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the...
God damn it.
A lot of things were wrong with that shot. The fellow's test was the wrong choice. His shoulders were raised, but above all, he cannot trust his eyesight.
Fucking idiot.
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
It's okay, man.
Kuno's sorry too.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun.
Try again, maybe.
No, we are lucky as it is. We did... Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate...
What now?
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can...
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shot yourself.
Can I have the gun? I should try.
It's bad as it is. Go.
This is the sorriest...
Yeah, boyka.
Feel the way first.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger. You've held this, an A9 armistice, before. At some point, it probably used to be your choice of firearm. It's...
The fuck are you waiting for?
Pointing gun at the
The buckle comes into focus in your sights.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
You'll feel the slow movement of...
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
Pull the trigger. Nice.
The buckle explodes into tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir. With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body slump down. For a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you. Then, the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench.
How did I do that?
By being a damn good shot. Ace is high.
The ace is high, a custom invented by the aerostatic brigade during the revolution.
That's all I wanted
It's
from
used to
Kim!
celebrate success in Revachol, especially in sports. You could add an ace's low to it, if you like, by turning your back after the high and waiting for another.
Slap and wait for it aces low.
The high arrives with a sharp slap. As you turn around, chill, it's gonna connect. But then it does, and with furious precision. The lieutenant is not one to leave an ace's low hanging.
Amazing!
I knew these guys were
What now?
We will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before... Excuse me.
Slumped on the ground like that has not improved the way the corpse smells.
It looks like I feel like taking a break from the stench. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. Just a little breather before we do the autopsy.
Wait, field autopsy?
Yes. The 4 phases of a murder scene. 1. Investigation of the scene. I'm satisfied with that part. The trash container. 2. Initial examination. 3. Field autopsy. This will not be pleasant or easy, and it will have to be performed on the scene.
The fuck are they on about?
Cops are gonna cut it.
4 and final, transport of the coroner's case to the district morgue. I'll do that. God, it stinks.
Don't we have someone else for the autopsy? Like a doctor?
No, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain. From crime scene to autopsy to cleanup, we do it all.
Honorary rank?
An honor and a burden attached to your rank.
I don't think I'm a detective.
With shooting like that? Of course you are. Your station would not have assigned you to this case otherwise.
Alright.
I would suggest we interview Everhart and Joyce, the leader of the Union and the Wild Pines Rep, but we've already done that, so it's up to you, detective.
Let's look at everything. Let's level up suggestion so we could talk to that girl. Tools. Oh, we got stuff. Interact.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. The pattern still kind of has an ethnic feel to it.
Who are you? What is the meaning
For
of
you
this
to
tattoo?
discover. Someone who knows about history could tell you.
Oh, the lady. Alright, let's do this autopsy and then
The
go to
rotting
Joyce.
man lies on his side with him.
First, what exactly is a field autopsy?
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is.
What you do know is, At 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Muindi, is the world's highest summit, and the failure of the 38 single, Epui Descent, to crack the top 20 was the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is, you have no idea.
Do you have another pair of gloves?
Unfortunately, no.
I'll take it like a man then.
And hygienically?
Well, I need a pair then. Can we return shortly?
Let's not go glove hunting, please. Let's use division of labor. I perform the anatomical side, while you take notes.
Alright, show him the red field autopsy form in your ledger.
That's right.
Open your ledger. Tell me something good,
Shoot,
man.
Looney Rooney.
Nah, no.
Come back later,
Okay, open your
Corpo.
ledger and feel the
The
autopsy
dead man
form.
stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with...
Begin. 1. Assistant.
That's you.
Right, Harry
The
Dubois.
corpse is indifferent to your scribblings, just lies there. The next box says...
Coroner's case, no.
KK57 dash 0803 dot 0815.
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi. 57 equals Precinct 57, followed by his date 0803 and time of arrival 0815 on the scene. He's indexed the case after himself, not you. That's
I'm okay
because
with.
he doesn't want to bring up the messy question of your initials.
Shouldn't we file the coroner's case in a... Well, okay, no, I'm gonna write it down.
Next,
Name,
NA.
date of birth,
NA.
age.
Roughly 50.
Dry 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side.
50.
The corpse looks ageless, like meat on a hook.
Race,
Mondial. Subgroup Occidental.
The pudgy mess looks neither mondial nor occidental. It doesn't even look... As you read it, you think, that leaves out dark-haired Mesk, Sal, Sarah Mauritian, Kedratic. Lighter-skinned occidental means this man could be Vespertine, Oranese, Messinian. Those three are on the table. A solid guess, Mr. Racial Profiler.
sex.
Fucky, fucky!
Male.
Okay.
Pigs.
Right, male.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
Date of birth,
We're still going with March 4th. 51.
write down.
What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
KK 57 0503 0815. Listens.
Evidence of treatment?
None. At least not after the initial examination.
What exactly is treatment anyways?
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
I'm not sure, sir. It didn't look like he was carried over.
They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more than a match for untrained dogwalkers.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites.
We should start the post-mortem.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
External examination summary.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. size M, color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
The boots are ceramic, vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
Right down.
The boot has a serial number. It's E50.100.100. The lines between the plates are in the shape of the alphanumerical. The number is purposefully concealed by the design.
Write it down.
Tattoos. The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a national pattern. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini.
Write it down.
The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end.
Write it down.
Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age, about 50. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature, below freezing.
Write it down.
Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Write it down. Short, light brown, male pattern baldness.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs, consistent with stones thrown post-mortem.
Fucking low velocity! You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max! Talking shit about Kuno.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest, consistent with predation.
Write down.
Ligature mark.
Lieutenant produces a small folding knife with the other hand pulling the belt. He starts cutting into the polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut.
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Good thing we've got these.
Always good to think ahead. Now, we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully.
See? My pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Look for a good
The
spot to
belt
cut.
is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck. The knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there. Steady now. Like a flower arranger. 2 cuts and it should come loose.
Cut the belt off.
After some deliberation, you sink the cutters into the knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow. Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck. Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters.
Write it down.
Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia.
No!
I fucking knew it!
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Write it down and move on.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip. In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, dispersal and accumulation indicates long and active combat duty.
This scarring is extensive, way more than a law's office.
Mm-hmm. We have a real museum here. Of battles, wars. Last item. Hands.
Did the lieutenant work alone?
Hands are clean. No sign of a recent struggle.
Write it down.
Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Internal examination summary.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
If I may add the moral of the story.
What would that be?
The dead man looks, too, with barely contained excitement to hear the moral of his story.
The brain is very vulnerable to compromise in its blood supply.
I think that may well be the moral of every story, officer.
I'll write an A.
Good. Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous. You hear cracks as the lieutenant moves his sharp fingers inside the flesh, like the creaking of an old house at night.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact and remarkable.
Write it down.
Respiratory system. Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen, hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
Write it down.
Hepatobiliary, NA.
Why don't we have anything?
Ah, are you a hepatobiliary expert?
I don't think so.
Neither am I.
I'll write down an A.
Same for toxicology and serology. And cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging.
Write it down.
Gastrointestinal.
With the sigh of approaching relief that this is the last few on this list. He looks around the ground, the pool of feces there. This will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
And down emit voila.
What's next on the list?
Description of injury summary.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
Be thorough if you want maximum results.
What's the 4th entry field for?
Nothing. Just in case.
Bite marks. Write it
And
down.
your opinion, officer?
Non-fatal post-mortem.
Agreed. Next injury. So,
Contusions?
the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem. Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest.
Non-fatal
Right.
post-mortem.
Neck,
Ligature
dark red
mark.
abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible. Think for a moment. There's time. Don't rush.
Pain
That's
and
it.
fatal injury.
We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. But it's a start. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
How did it go?
We established probable cause of death. Some would say that's the goal of an autopsy. Then, given the state of decay here, I consider establishing the victim's ethnicity minor success. We were
What
thorough
else?
with the list of injuries too. We described them all in detail.
Oh yeah, well done, Master Detective. Maybe a drink is in order?
What now?
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg for processing.
You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse. I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something.
Tell me
Shoot,
something different.
Looney,
Why do I love questions
because
so much?
you're a copperoonie.
Give me questions.
Here you go, you loony.
Why do I feel like I've forgotten something?
Because you have.
Is my name
Fuck
Harry?
no. You're no Rooney.
I'm Harry.
No. You're not a Harry either. You're a motherfucker. That do I remind?
A child born with Muller's disease, harlequinism, grown up.
Baby.
You sure I got out of that one. Coppeline. Come back later, Corporal.
Let's do it. Maybe
You
it'll
run your
be
hands
hard.
over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen, his finger.
Do you think we missed something?
There's something
Okay,
else.
well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. Hey, wasn't there a giant ice bear sarcophagus below that building?
Yes, there
Now,
was.
detective, I've rarely been disappointed by the size of a giant ice bear fridge. But I think we should still take a look at it first. Make sure it's big enough. Let's move. With every hour, whatever we are looking for.
Yeah, let's go do a net and then go to the bear fridge. Since we have to go in there anyways to get there. Go inside! Rooney. I'm bad at 8-ball pool. Okay,
Hi,
suggestion!
Are you here from...
You have absolutely no idea. Familiar?
Hold on. I saved this point for this exact occasion.
Hi,
Suggestion!
You have absolutely no idea. Familiar?
It was 72%! Why? Why? Well, that sucks. There's like nothing I can even do with it anymore. Map wall interfacing? Where's the interfacing of the map?
The maps look old. The North Coast to the east. Hoodoo. It's so small you can't even see.
I'm sorry, they're quite valuable. Yes, yes.
This slot ozone disintegrating. You can. 800. The ocean you have lit. Perhaps they are.
Map wall. It's right here, right? Like, that's where we are, the map wall. This is the map wall it's talking about? Well, we can figure it out later, I guess. Oh, wait, maybe it's the one inside. Now we gotta go to the ice bear fridge anyway, so hold on. The other one might be good, but we're gonna have to be stronger to open it up, and I am not that strong. I do need to get stronger. I think my strength is like as low as it could possibly be. I know one of my stats is in the negative, and I think it's a physical stat. My character, again, very dexterous, pretty smart, not very strong, and can't take an insult. That's what my character is. Pretty much. Really not let me in the room unless I have a flashlight out. I can know this place by like heart now. I can navigate it in the dark. Okay, let's check out this refrigerator. Are you the map we were talking about?
The whole thing resembles cage radio frequent. Unclear. It looks like you think so. They must have had massive a conduct whoever a list of there's.
My God. The schedule.
Nothing.
It does make me happy that Kim is a little bit of a D&D guy, it seems. Oh, that's not nice. We aren't labeling things anymore, Tyler. We don't put labels anymore. I guess you're right. Wait, hold on. Stay on the couch. I'll sit with you. It's okay. Who's a good girl? Ice fridge!
The bear's eyes are still glowing red, watching over all the ice cream wrappers hidden inside its belly.
Do you think it's big enough for
It's
two
certainly
corpses?
an eccentric choice, but it is capacious and cold enough, too.
Your visual confirms you could fit 2 more bodies in the ice bear fridge.
Awesome. Shall we go and get the body then?
Let's
the body
do this.
is heavier than you expected and stinkier. It takes half an hour to get it down to the basement, then 10 more minutes to stuff it into the fridge. The takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
Beautiful. A dead body in an ice bear fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done.
You really think it's good work?
Not really.
Oh.
Look at that. What have we done? We stuffed a dead body in an ice bear fridge. This story does not leave this room.
We did our best with the
Did
means
we,
at our
though?
disposal.
Okay, maybe we did. At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection under controlled circumstances.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
Please work. Oh, my morals are damaged. I think I'm gonna die because my morals are
Despair
damaged.
creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total.
I don't dispute that you have been charged with protecting the people.
Nothing you can say.
No! Cop gives up Detective John for social realism. No! Right, load game. Holy crap, this music is loud. Well, we lost a lot of progress because I never saved, so I'm gonna get off of disco for the day.